Mark were having a sleepover. You guys ever have sleepovers? All right. So Bob and Mark were having a sleepover. And, it was all that typical sleepover stuff. Bob's mom had fixed delicious dinner and given them snacks and gave them a bunch of pop to drink, and they were all wired up on sugar. And they were out in the backyard, and Mark says to Bob, they got in this, I got a better than you. And Mark says, I got a better bike than you, Bob. And Bob says, yeah, well, my backyard is better than your yard. Oh, yeah, said Mark. Mark says, my Nintendo DS, XL, Sony, PlayStation, whatever, XLL is way better than your game system. And Bob says, yeah, well, I got a high-def TV. Ooh, yeah. And then, then Mark says, yeah, well, my dad's cooler than your dad. And Bob, he just couldn't take it anymore. He says, you know what? Yeah, really? Yeah, but we got a Blue Ape. A Blue Ape, said Mark. What's a Blue Ape? Nobody's got a Blue Ape. Oh, yeah, we got a Blue Ape, lives in our basement. No way, said Mark. And this went on for like 5 minutes. Finally, Bob got all fed up. He says, oh, prove it. Okay, that's great. Yeah, sure, whatever. And so Bob says, now, it's a family secret, so we can't tell my parents that I'm showing you this. Nobody else in the world knows except my family. Oh, yeah, sure, okay. We got to go down there in the middle of the night. So that night, Bob and Mark go upstairs, they go to sleep in Bob's room, and they wait for Bob's parents to go to bed. And once Bob's parents get in bed, they sneak down the stairs, trying to avoid the creaky step that would wake Mom up, because moms are very light sleepers, and they always know when you're wandering around the house. So they get down, and they get into the front foyer, and they slip into the study. And Mark's like, well, you don't keep it in here, do you? No. And in the study, there's a closet. And so Bob opens the closet, and in the back of the closet, there's another door. Well, that's kind of strange, thinks Mark. And on the door, there's a combination lock, just like you got on your locker out there. And Bob says, all right, 12, 24, 18, click. He takes the lock off, scoots all the clothes aside, reaches up, grabs the flashlight, and he opens the door, and they stare down a long, straight stairway made of stone, and they start walking down these stairs. And these are the kind of stairs that look like an old castle, because there's stone on the walls, and there's green moss growing on the stone, and it's kind of crazy. And they get to the bottom of the stairs, and there's a vestibule there, and there's this huge wooden door. And there's a crossbar, like on a castle, across there. And he says, Mark, get down to that end, and they pick that up with all their might. And they take that off. The door opens, Bob reaches inside, click! And the lights come on in this huge gym. Probably twice the size of the gym you got here to school. And there's wood floor in the gym, and it's all kind of buckled up and ratty. And in the gym, there's all this, like jungle gym equipment that an ape might use. Wow, said Mark, this is pretty cool down here, way under the house. He says, yeah, he's over here. So they walk across the gym, and they find this big steel door like you would have in a bank, like a bank safe, and it's got this big ship's wheel on it. Click, 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 click. Bob's winding that, click, 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 and he winds it. Whoosh, the door opens, and the door slides open. Bob reaches aside, click, on the light, room a little bit bigger than this. It's all stainless steel, and in the middle of the room, in a cage with bars this big around and steel, is the Blue Ape. I mean, this is a huge Blue Ape. 8 foot tall, broad shoulders, big claws, ugly, gnashy teeth. Ugh, crazy look. So, Bob says to Mark, whatever you do, the thing you can't do, never, under no circumstances whatsoever, you cannot touch the Blue Ape. Oh yeah, says Mark, I don't want to touch the play. There's no way, I'm not touching that thing. Let's get the heck out of here. So Mark says, so they look at their watches, they go back upstairs, they shut the steel door, they go across the gym, they shut the wood door, they put the latch back on, they climb upstairs. to go to bed. Everything is great, but in the middle of the night, Mark wakes up. I gotta touch the Blue Ape! I gotta touch the Blue Ape! I don't know what it is, I gotta touch the Blue Ape! Now, he doesn't say it's to Bob, doesn't wake anybody up. He just runs down the stairs, into the closet. He can remember the combination, 12, 24, 18. Click, takes that off, and gets the flashlight, pushes the clothes aside. He starts on down the stairs. He gets down the stairs, and his adrenaline's flowing, and he grabs the bar of the door. Gets that off there, and he opens the door, clicks on the light, and he runs. He's such a panic. He runs across the floor to the steel door. Click, 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 click. Whoosh, the door. Opens the door, turns on the light, and as luck would have it or not, the Blue Ape's claw, which is about this big, is sticking out of the cage. And he runs over and he touches the Blue Ape. Oh, man, I feel so much better. I don't know why I had to do that, but man, that just feels so good to get that off my mind. Looks at his watch. Oh, boy, it's really late. I better get back to bed. So he starts to walk toward the steel door. And he's at the steel door and he starts to close that door, and behind him he hears. And Mark jumps through that door, he starts, and then the Blue Ape wrenches the bars apart, jumps out and looks right at Mark. Mark says that he runs against that door, and he starts cranking that wheel, and he runs across the gym, and he's getting over the rest of the gym, he's running faster, faster, faster. And he gets to the wooden door, and he's just closing, he's looking around. Crash! The Blue Ape comes through that steel door. And of course, Mark, he's shutting the door. He grabs the wood thing and puts it up on there. Gets it on there, starts running up the stairs. Gets to the top of the stairs. Bam! The steel wood door just explodes. You can hear it coming from the basement. And he's like, oh, the heck with it. I'm not locking this other door. I'm getting the heck out of here. And he starts to run out the front door. Well, the Blue Ape has found him. And the Blue Ape runs out the front door. And they're onto the street. And Mark is running down the street. Oh! And the Blue Ape, he's found him, get closer, closer. And all of a sudden, Mark falls. Blue Ape runs up. Reaches up. He says, "Tag, you're it." And that's the story of the Blue Ape.